¿Qué?
What's up, Fortnite fam? Zeke here. I'm really excited to share a couple of updates on Fortnite Competitive with you today. Before we get started, I wanted to take a few seconds to reflect on this year. In 2021 to date, we've had millions of unique participants across all tournaments. In total this year, so far, all of you have played in over 100 different named tournaments across over 1,000 different tournament sessions. We see your drive and passion to
Ya, yo les voy a traducir, pero estoy diciendo por mensaje. Yo les voy a decir lo que importa.
Ecosystem. Thank you for your support for Fortnite Competitive.
Yo les voy a decir lo que importa.
Next year, we are planning hundreds of additional tournaments for you, all directly in-game for you to participate and compete.
Que va a haber más de 100 torneos en 2022.
I'm talking Cash Cups, Console Cups, LTM Creative Mode Cups, Item Shop Cups, cups you ain't never seen before. We're doing it all.
Ya, van a ser copas de modo de tiempo limitado.
The FNCS will return again next year. Running an entire year of trios was super fun to watch storylines, skill sets develop, and over time it accomplished our goal for a more consistent yearly experience for the best players in the world. But hey, it wouldn't be Fortnite Competitive without a little shakeup.
A ver.
So for 2022, it's all about twos.
Duos!
FNCS next year will be duos for the whole year.
Let's
You can expect
go!
drops to the first FNCS next year in February. We wanted to announce this super early today so you had plenty of time to find your perfect duo partner before we kick off the next year.
So there you have it, everyone. Hundreds of new tournaments coming, but probably more importantly, it's going to be
Ok, chat.
duos.
Primer anuncio, dúo FNCS.
2022. MDF, first thoughts.
Ok, chat, empezaron fuertes, chat. Se supone que lo mejor es para el final, güey. A lo mejor sí hay buenos anuncios, güey. Porque si el primero estuvo bueno, a lo mejor los dos están buenos. Oye, anuncio número 2. ¿Qué?
Let's talk about next year's duo FNCS. Like this year, you can expect an FNCS to run during each new season of Fortnite. We found that 2 qualifiers is a sweet spot for narrowing down Fortnite's best in each region, and opens us up to having more tournaments outside of the FNCS. The top duos at the end of these qualifiers will still skip semifinals and advance directly to the finals. And for those who don't advance directly to the finals, we still want to reward consistency of play across both qualifiers. So, series points will continue to be awarded to those teams who don't directly qualify each week. The top duos on the series point leaderboard will advance normally and participate in the semi-finals. This season, you saw us experimenting heavily with highly valuing Victory Royales in the semi-final stage and beyond. Our intent is to continue to explore ways to provide value for obtaining a Victory Royale in set lobbies where we can. We want to continue to lean into those big moments for all players and fans, regardless if you've watched 100 tournaments or if you're catching your first one right now. With this in mind, our
Chat, que esta es mi serie de anuncio, güey.
have some significant changes planned for next year, incorporating some player and fan feedback as well. Semifinals will now consist of only a single heat, aka a single lobby. This series of semifinals matches will fill out the remaining spots for the finals through new tournament tech that will enable a hybrid mix of how players advance to the next stage. Every match will advance the team that obtains a Victory Royale in the
Están explicando el formato, chat.
finals, but the normal semis tournament is still proceeding simultaneously, and at the end of the day, the top consistent duos on the daily leaderboard will also advance to the finals. On Thursday and Friday, we'll repeat this and backfill the empty spots of
Chat, a nadie le importa esto, güey, la neta.
the finals from the new teams who are next in lines on the series.
No, chat, valió roña la World Cup, valió roña.
This means is the teams ranked higher on the series leaderboard will have more daily opportunities to break into the finals through a mix of different methods, awarding both consistency and pop-offs in the moment. We also hope this will narrow down our focus for the broadcast, so we can cover more.
Valió roña la World Cup, chat.
Semifinals isn't the only thing we're changing for next year. We are updating our tournament system in another way to utilize another brand new format for the FNCS finals called Match Point. With Match Point, once a team accomplishes both achievements during the tournament window will end early. The finals leaderboard at the end of that match will be locked, and that team will be crowned FNCS champions. Now, in order to pull this off, the 2 things that a single team needs to do are 1. Reaching a specific number of total finals points after a match ends. And 2. Securing 2 or more victory royales throughout the final session. If both of these things, these thresholds, aren't reached by any duos team by the end of the scheduled last game, the tournament will end normally, just like it does today. Our main goal with this new tech is to continue down the path where victory royales continue to hold a huge impact, while balancing it carefully with overall consistency. Our team is currently looking at a lot of historical data too, to make sure we get these numbers right. And we should have more to share in the coming months.
So obviously there is a lot to take in there, a lot of changes coming in 2022 with how we run the FNCS.
Chat, ahí me lo
The first thing that
resume.
definitely popped into my mind when I saw it was one heat.
Chat, ahí me lo puede resumir, me quedo dormido, chat.
What do you think about that? How is that going to change up the competition?
There's a lot to digest here. I'll definitely break this part down. For us at the desk, we are definitely going to love this because now we can see
¿Quién me lo resume, chat? ¿Quién me lo resume?
what is going down. Nothing will be missed.
Ahora sí saldrá muy
¡La World Cup!
Alright, now let's dive into the rest of our online tournament plans for next year. Previously, we featured competition for different skill levels of play, but we had to put that on pause while we worked on other initiatives. I'm here to announce that we are bringing back this important type of Fortnite competition. We want the message to be clear. Competitive Fortnite is more than just the FNCS, or for the top 1% of players. Starting next year, all cash cups will be run simultaneously alongside divisional tournaments for each league of play. As an example, while the solo cash cup is running for all champion level players, a separate solo cup will be running at the same time for all contender level players. And another separate solo cup will also be running at the same time for all open level players. As our tournament technology improves, we're also looking to apply this simultaneous divisional play throughout multiple different tournaments throughout a typical week. Now, speaking of cash cups, these will now mostly run across 2 rounds next year for increased integrity when cash is on the line. Some more quick good news, we're also looking at bringing back daily cups next summer too. We're looking at ways to ensure all these have divisional play as well, in addition to maybe having some tournaments run multiple times in a day to accommodate all players, regardless of what their personal schedules may be. In short, we want to do all the things. We've got more things planned too, from collegiate and high school tournament series to new formats and unique cups to completely new competitive features and surprises later in the year for everyone. Finally, we're excited to include more amazing external tournament organizers, groups, and partners into our weekly calendar of events. Our goal is to continue to strive towards an open space for limitless kinds of competitive events for all skill levels and types of mastery in Fortnite. Whether you're a veteran or brand new to competitive, we hope you will find something that you enjoy competing in next year.
So once again, a lot to break down there, but essentially more tournaments for more players. MDF having this divisional tournaments is kind of opening a door for a lot of these newer players.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I think the opportunity here now is, there's no excuse, right? You get to go against folks in your own kind of area. I do wonder, though, what are going to be the prerequisites, right, for players that are jumping on, just starting accounts, because now we have this open thing as well. So I am very, very curious to see how it's going to play out.
Absolutely. Yeah, when you look at just the way things are with that announcement, kind of been asking for a long time. What happens for these players, after they're kind of done their overall rank experience in arena, where do you go for the next step? A lot of the times those cash cups, those finals lobbies are unattainable. So having this as the next step, I mean, Vivid, if you're a current player right now, you should be worried about the up and comers now coming through next year.
Yeah, I love this. This basically just builds up a nice ecosystem for Fortnite, right? We have competitions for the top level players, and then we also have competitions for those, intermediate level players who can't really find themselves into, Champions League, but they're really, really close. So, they can have a great time in those contender cash cups, but then also, those daily cups. People have been asking, begging for those to come back. And the fact that we might see them in Q2 of 2022, as mentioned right there, is absolutely awesome. And then I'm really, really excited for the 2-round cash cup format as well, right? Because it basically just gathers up a nice chunk of players, and we get to see some finals-esque round style of competition. So that's awesome.
Yeah, Shayo, you seem particularly excited for these daily cups. Why is that?
Daily cups, just the vibe overall, like the popularity of the streams and whatnot last summer. It was just amazing. It's just for everyone in the scene. Everyone's hustling and bustling. Every day you could see, like, you know, a player sometimes playing with someone else too. There was a lot of mishmash going on, and like I was playing in cups day after day as well. Don't check the results or any of that because it's not going to be the best. But it's just a lot of fun for the whole scene.
Yeah, MDF having it be a 2-round tournaments for the Cash Cups. How do you think that's going to be affecting these players?
Integrity here. I mean, Zeke said it best in the video, right? There's cash in a line. Let's make it more serious. Let's make it count more. You noticed that, I guess, throughout the year so far, folks would sometimes opt out of Cash Cups, but I think now with the integrity level being raised a bit here, the division ranking really separating.
I've enjoyed all of the announcements, and look, I know you guys have a lot of questions, but make sure you guys keep it locked on our social channels. It's a great place to keep up to date with all things. Now, before we go, I just want to say one last thing. As the world begins to return to a more normal, whispers of in-person events have been spreading throughout the community. As you guys have probably already seen, we're starting our learning and exploratory phases with select partners and tournament organizers. Our goal is to safely reintroduce in-person events back into the community, but while also being able to pivot as the world makes daily adjustments. Player health and safety is always going to be our top priority when working and considering on any in-person event. We still have our online-only policy in place until we have completed this important evaluation phase. So for right now, all that we ask of you guys, Fortnite fam, is, of course, your patience from you, our partners, as well as we work through this evaluation process to and then eventually reintroduce broader and in-return in-person events. I mean, I'm excited for it. As always, 2022 has an exciting few little things on the way for you. So please make sure you guys check out the Twitters, of course, all of our channels. FN Competitive is a great place to keep up to date. Make sure you guys check that out. Tomorrow, we kick off the Grand Royale. Make sure you come back for that. It's going to be a crazy tournament with some really fun shakeups to the format as well. Fortnite fam, we love you, and I'll save you a seat on that battle bus. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Everything matters and everything is on the line. It's about to go down. Gonna get some more tags, but as a trio, they're still deadly.
Chat, ¿escucharon qué dijo? ¿Qué dijo este vato, güey? Dijo que tenían que hacer un proceso de evaluación, ¿sabe qué coño? Antes de que vuelvan los eventos en persona, o sea, los LANs. Y quién sabe cuándo coño va a ser eso, porque no dijo fucking nada.
Uy.
Tocata, ya no es la verdad, güey, que nos tienes preparado, güey. ¿Qué nos tienes preparado, güey? ¿Dónde está el cuarto cofre, Tocata?
No, lo acabo de decir, literal, lo acabo de explicar.
A ver, espérate, pero resúmelo otra vez. Nomás dijo que iban a hacer un proceso de evaluación.
Lo que dijeron, básicamente, es que... A ver, ¿qué acabo de decir? Ojalá solo poner un clip y ya. Entonces, lo que van a hacer es... Básicamente lo que dijo sin decirlo es que quieren hacer un World Cup al final de 2022 para concluir el año, pero por las leyes ahora que están cambiando tan rápido por la pandemia, no quieren confirmar algo tanto en el futuro hasta que están 100% confiados que pueden hacerlo. Entonces van a tener que continuar de evaluar la situación y cómo cambian las leyes y eso hasta el final de año. Después, si pueden, lo anunciarán, pero no con tanto tiempo de espera, ¿sabes? Depende mucho de cómo va la situación.
Güey, pero ¿por qué coño no dice 100% va a haber una World Cup en un futuro y ya, güey? Con eso
porque no pueden, porque no pueden.
Pero sí puede haber una en 2025, me vale roño cuando sea, pero que lo confirmen.
Sí, güey.
Hombre, loco, güey.
Pero que la pongan ya, coño.
Y de una vez, que no sean patos.
Así es la peña. ¿Vieron que pusieron el tweet de Carter Post?
Sí.